Okay, now you can see we've covered it up to that other part of the core. Now we're going to go on the main part of the core, which is the very center part. We don't need all these strings anymore, so I'm going to cut out every other one, which is the shorter one now, and we'll take it on up to the top. Now we've only got 5 chords to work with now, so we're doing the same thing. Over 2, over 2, over 2. Pull this one out. Sun's coming out. Over 2. And over 2. And we'll tighten these down and work our way the rest of the way up the bell rope. Okay, now you can see where we're starting to crown it up close to the top of the eye. But before we go any further, we'll go ahead and put the thimble in. Make sure this is still tight, then just clip it off. It's a brass thimble. These are hard to find here in this country anyway. I got this one from a guy in Holland. Make you a constrictor knot. I can do this right. Get the eye nice and snug at the top. And you can clip that off. Make another constrictor knot about right here. Now we're ready to continue. Now if you really want to dress it up, you can put some Turk's heads, one right here and one right here on each side of the eye, and that'll really make it look real fancy. But for right now, we're just going to keep on going with this. Okay, we've got all the crowning all the way up. We're ready to take off this and start. Make sure it's real tight. Don't want anything loose on here right now. Trim it off. And we'll probably put a 6-bite, 7-part Turk's head here. I'm not going to show how to make the Turk's head because I think it's a lot easier to learn out of a book. But for some good books, I'll show you some. This one here by Tom Hall. That's probably the best book on Turk's heads there is. Some of his drawings, very easy to follow. And he'll show you how to do everything from a 2-bite 3-part to a 16-bite 14-part. However big you want to make one, you can make one in this book. But you can see the instructions are very clear. And if you're going to be making Turk's heads, I recommend this one over any other book. This is a good book also for making bell ropes. The Harrison Book of Knots. Very good instructions in here. The Bruce Grant book also has some good information on Turk's heads in here. His illustrations are a little bit harder to follow, but they're still good. They're still good illustrations. And it's been in print for about 40 years, so you know it's a good book. But I recommend this one over any other. And now let's start putting on some Turk's heads. Turk's head finished off with my eye. I used a 6-bite, 7-part Turk's head. I like to use a 6-bite, 7-part because I can get 3 bites on this side, 3 bites on this side, and you can put the little corners here on each side of the eye. It fits real nice. A 7-bite, it would be an odd number, so it wouldn't fit in there right. So if you can, try and use an even number of bites on the one with the eye. Down here, it doesn't matter what size you use, down here or down here. But trim this off. I believe we can cut this part off now.